Hello and welcome to It's All About You, the best show about you on the internet. I am Beat Dave Walters, life, relationships, and spiritual coach. This is episode number, what number is it? 57, Opportunities. Because I'm going to talk a little bit about opportunities and then I'm actually going to answer some questions. So we'll do a little bit of both. Kind of mix it up some. So I got my main topic and going to answer some questions. So hey, how are you? You good? We haven't talked in a while. What's been going on with you? Just let me know. Really? That is awesome. Glad to hear it. Okay, so if you've been reading my blog, which I highly recommend, which you can get either on my blog, which is blog.peacelovemoney.com, or you can get it on my Facebook fan page, or WordPress, or Tumblr, or Blogger. I'm on lots of places, so just search B. Dave Walters and you'll find me. I've been saying that there was two huge things that have happened with me, and I've been kind of keeping to myself what they are. So now I'm going to reveal to you what my two big surprises are. The first thing, I got a weekly segment on a radio station. Yay! Where I'm going to be calling in, or I'm going to be recording a message in advance for reasons that I'm explaining in a second, where I just basically am doing my thing, either taking live calls, coaching people, or talking to the DJ, or delivering a message or something like that. So it's huge. I'm breaking into radio. So that's a step. You can listen to it online on WLLL, like Larry, WLLLradio.com. It'll be every Thursday at 5:15 Eastern Time, which is 2:15 Pacific Time, which is 8:15 if you're in England, and you'll probably have to figure it out. So far, there's no way to get a recording, so if you live somewhere where that's the middle of the night, I apologize, but we're working on getting a recording. Otherwise, listen in. I appreciate it. I'm trying to help this station become one of the biggest stations in the world. It is a gospel station. It's a Christian station, but they're cool about it. So hopefully you'll listen in and hear something great. The second thing is I am going on the road. I am going to be touring with my friend's band, the band that I used to actually be a security guard for, interestingly enough, doing marketing and merchandising for them. So it's a huge opportunity. It's a fantastic thing. I'm really happy to do it. It's a chance to see the country, see the world, make some money, so I'm very happy. And I'm going to get to come home quite frequently, so, I won't have to miss the family and miss the kids too often. And obviously I'll be here when the new baby's born. So that's my big announcement, that I'm going all over the world, all over the country, all over the world. So maybe I'll come to your city and get to meet you. Isn't that nice? Which leads directly into what I want to talk about today. Opportunities. Opportunities. Okay? Things will come to you in this life. And when they come, you got to be ready to jump on it. You got to be ready to pull the trigger when it happens, okay? Because again, if you've been following my blog, it's been kind of up and down for me lately. As you know, I am still a coach, I am still a writer, and I'm still going to be doing all these things. So we're going to have internet on the tour bus. So all of my clients, don't worry, I'm going to be here. People that are used to talking to me, don't worry, I'm going to be here. I just might not be there at the same times because I'm going to be in different time zones all the time. But I've been looking for a way to just, get ahead, because like anything, when you own your own business, you have ups and downs. Actually, when you don't have your own business, you have ups and downs. And I'd really been looking for a way to kind of get ahead quickly and help my family out in a new way. And I'd been looking at everything. I'd been looking at going back to doing IT work. I'd interviewed over at NASA a few times to do tech support for them. I was looking to do writing for anybody. I was willing to do marketing. To tell you the truth, I got to the point that I was kind of willing to do most anything as long as it was part-time and there's extra money, because I still have my eye on the goal of building up my coaching practice and breaking into television and radio. But in the process of pursuing what it is that you want, you have to be willing to do what you have to do in the interim, okay? One of the processes that I've taken my coaching clients through in my email coaching, which you can find out about on peacelovemoney.com, www.peacelovemoney.com. With some of my coaching clients, I have a process we've been doing called the 90-Day Challenge, where I'm helping them work through to create something important in their life in 90 days. Because you can make most any change that you want to make in 90 days, honestly. You can make some pretty huge strides if you'll just have the focus and the discipline and the willpower to see it through. But the thing is, something I find again and again when I'm talking to people, and this happens more in the area of relationships, but it also happens in the area of jobs and finances, is that people are in situations that they know won't work. We just talked about this in the delusion episode, that won't work. Relationships that will not work. and yet people cling to it because it's known. There's this huge fear of the unknown, that whatever is going to happen that's unforeseen is going to be terrible somehow. But I'd invite you to really let go of that and start looking at things in a new way. Because if you think about, why do people skydive? Why do people ride roller coasters? Why do people race cars? Because it triggers the same sensation in your mind of danger that you still do safely. The thing is, whenever you take a risk, it can be frightening or it can be thrilling. It can be terrifying or it can be exciting. It's all in how you look at it, okay? You don't have to look to the future with fear, because here's the thing, and I've told you this before, you can worry or you can have faith. You cannot do both, okay? You can worry or you can have faith. You cannot do both. So, if you're in a situation right now that's unfulfilling, if you're in a relationship with someone who's not going to marry you, or doesn't want children and you do, or is in a relationship that maybe you already are married, but they're mean to you and neglectful of you and put you down and treat you harshly, and you've already tried to work on it and they're not willing to work on it, but you're still clinging to this because you're afraid of what else is out there, I got two things to say. First of all, relationships with lame people who are going to neglect you are not hard to come by. So if you let go of this man or let go of this woman, and you decide that you want somebody else who's not going to appreciate you, you pretty much can find them anywhere, ever. You can find them in any bar, in any city, anywhere in the world. Somebody who's not going to be good for you. They're easy to come by. But if there is someone who's out there, if there is something better, you are actively blocking it by clinging to this sinking ship, okay? You're in the middle of a river, clinging to a broken raft because you don't want to let go and try and fight your way to the shore. What's the point in that? What's the point in that? Life is both too short and way too long for thinking like that, okay? Now, in my own situation, I had a lot of pressure from all around. I had pressure to change industries. I had pressure from some people wanting me to give up coaching, wanting me to move across the country, and the only opinion I was concerned with was mine and my wife's, right? And we had to sit down and decide what was best for us and what was best for our children and press forward. And I truly didn't know how things were going to work out. I only knew that things were going to work out. That is the only thing that I was 100% certain about, is that everything would be okay. And one day my phone rings, and it's my friend, the rock star, and the first words out of his mouth are, "Tell me you haven't taken the job with NASA yet." And I'm like, I'm listening, right? And he proceeds to lay out a situation and make a proposal for me that's going to meet all my needs, that's going to be able to pay me all the money I need to live and still give me the freedom to do what it is that I do. Give me the freedom to coach, give me the freedom to write. And it's a situation that I could not have foreseen and I could not have consciously created. But I had the faith. Two things. I had the faith that something was going to come, and when it came, I took it. Okay? I sat down, I told him, I can't instantly agree to this. I need to sit down and talk to Charlene, because it's a big commitment for me to be gone for weeks at a time. Now, when I was a bodyguard, I was gone for months at a time. I couldn't do that now with children. But everybody in the band is married, has kids or significant others, so they rotate home quite frequently. So we sat down, we talked about it, we put the pin to it, we looked at the money, we looked at the opportunity. She agreed it was the right thing to do. She was sold before I was, and now I'm off to the races. I leave on Saturday. Saturday, July 17th. Okay, so I don't know when you're watching this, but the point is, keep your eyes open for blessings that are coming in ways that you might not expect and from directions that you might not expect, and realize the universe and God are capable of sending it to you from whatever direction. And when the time comes, take it. Take it. What are you afraid of? Why are you holding on so tightly to that old situation that is not working? Have the courage to stand up for you. Love and respect yourself enough to demand from individuals and demand from the universe that you have what you deserve, because you deserve it, okay? I'm going to split this for my brothers and sisters on YouTube. You guys make sure you watch part 2. Everybody else stay with me. We're going to move on.